So here's an interesting story, Steeler Nation Australia. On Good Morning Football, I think a few days ago, Darius Butler was asked a question: who would be the dark horse for the MVP of the 2022 season? And to some surprise, Darius Butler, you all know the guy from the man, Lynch should have run that ball. We all know Lynch should have run that ball. Wilson throws the dart. Darius Butler picks it off. Patriots win the Super Bowl. However, Darius Butler comes out with this statement and says, Mitchell Trubisky is a dark horse MVP candidate. So we're going to discuss that for a little bit. What I think of these thoughts, and is it a possibility? What's the reality? I hope it could be a possibility, but we had never seen Big Ben has never been an MVP for the Steelers in the last 18 years. So what are the chances that Mitchell Trubisky can be an MVP candidate? I'm not talking offensive MVP. I'm talking MVP, most valid player for 2022. So what do you guys think so far? Can Mitchell Trubisky be a dark horse MVP? So that's pretty much saying, a guy that no one thinks can do it. I have a few reasons why there may be a chance, but I want to get into Darius Butler's quote. He says here, of course, why wouldn't he be? The Steel City. I don't even know what the stadium is going to be named. We all know it's now named Acrisure. Big Ben's out of here or out of there. I mean, he's going to live it. He's going to live it up, being the number one pick. All of the Patrick Mahomes, then the Deshaun Watsons, blah 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 blah. Mitchell Trubisky steps up. Mark Tomlin's never had a losing season, right? He never loses. He's going to put him in a great position. He's going to keep the rookie on the bench. MVP is next. It's only right. Isn't that crazy, or is that not crazy? So Darius Butler's saying that Mitch Trubisky can be MVP. Now, my thoughts. Okay, let's break it down a little bit. Let's be realistic first. Realistically, I don't think so. I don't think that Trubisky can be MVP of this league. First of all, the NFL doesn't like the Steelers like that. No matter what, they're going to choose like a Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, Tom Brady. Those are the guys for MVP. Joe Burrow. They're going to choose those guys. They won't go and choose Mitchell Trubisky. However, the idea is to, though, dark horse. So someone who you would least expect, right? You would have no idea. You'll least expect. It could be Trubisky sitting off a year. He could be the comeback player of the year, but I don't know about MVP. So realistically speaking, I would see him about, if there were odds to be MVP, he'd be around middle of the pack, because we don't know what's going to happen with his offense. We don't know what's going to happen with the receivers. Can Claypool go out there and step up? I've been down on Claypool a little bit throughout the offseason. I just don't like what I see with him. He needs to mature, needs to go out there and be a real receiver. Deontay Johnson coming to his last year. Can he go and connect with him? Does Trubisky end up finding another target like Pickens or Austin the third? Those fellas, he needs someone to be his number one. Does Trubisky go and talk to and link up with Muth or link up with Najee, in the check down position? So in that scheme, right? Reality says no, probably not. He won't be MVP. However, on the other side, being a positive fan, of course he can. Why not? Why not? The reason why I think that he could be a dark horse for MVP is the players that I've already named. So this offense to me is an improved O line with James Daniels, with the center position Mason Cole, improved O line. Give Najee the ball. Hopefully have a better running back at the number second running back. If that is McFarland or Snell, we need you to step up, right? Use the Matt Canada system, involve the wide receivers in the running game, and use Trubisky that can use his legs, and two, can start to do play action pass, rollouts, and be like a mobile quarterback on the field and start to dictate where the play is going to go. So I think that can work in that perspective, where he could be the dark horse MVP, because I don't think that the Steelers will put Mitchell Trubisky in the position to where he is going out there and forcing the football and turning it over. So I think the only reason how he would be MVP of the 2022 NFL season is if you run Najee and Mitchell Trubisky gets the touchdowns from the goal line, or he makes minimal mistakes, gets average yardage, like 300 yards a game or 250 yards a game, a touchdown here or there, 2 touchdowns, and his for and against for touchdowns will be higher. So it could very well be if he starts to go off, right? It could very well be 28-2 or something like that, where he's not forcing turnovers. But I think once they start to make Trubisky, I can't say his name, force the football, then we may be in trouble. If you're forcing it to Claypool, forcing it to Deontay, then we may be in trouble. We may do turnovers. So right now, yes, he is a dark horse. There is no one picking Trubisky to be the MVP. Right? I think he will be number one. As Cam said on his show the other day on his podcast, he thinks that Trubisky will be number one. So what do you guys think? Can Trubisky be the MVP for 2022? That's the question, right? Darius Butler sure does think so. Darius Butler, Mitch Trubisky is a dark horse MVP candidate. And I guess the key word there is dark horse because we're not saying he's the favorite. We're saying he's a guy that maybe possibly could happen if things all go the right way. And he does go out there and excel. So that's the question today. Can Trubisky be an MVP for 2022? Guys, I will see you later. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good time. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.